we are going to be getting right into our very next project, and with this project specifically, it's actually going to be the start of a set of different projects, probably 4 or 5. So the first thing that we are going to be working on is a set of side tables, 2 side tables, and then there's going to be a coffee table and possibly one other table as well. I'm not really sure exactly how this is going to turn out, but these side tables that we're going to start today are going to be the first part of this. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is the very first time I've used this dust collection system for milling up stock, and it's fantastic. Absolutely incredible. Look at this. Look at the ground. So I installed this rubber flooring and it's black. So obviously sawdust would contrast that super easily, and look at that. That's just insane. All over the ground normally, or in the past I should say, was sawdust. There's just a film layer of sawdust everywhere. Normally there would be a big pile of shavings down there, but there's nothing. There's nothing. I mean, this is the worst. And I can live with that. So I just finished up milling all of the legs, as you just saw, and these are gonna be some small tables, but they're just gonna be the neatest thing when they're all done. side tables, I actually decided to do a drawer in each of them, and one thing that I really do like is the contrast between walnut and maple. I think they just look really good together, and other people also think they look really good together as well. So that is what I am going to be doing, and thankfully I have one piece that I remembered I think is going to be just enough to actually do both of these two drawers. And now that I have a bandsaw that I can actually resaw with, I'm going to be able to split this down and be much more efficient with my lumber. I already milled up all of the walnut for like 90% of this project. However, right when I was cutting everything to its final length, this little piece right here, I am supposed to have a total of 4 of these and 8 of these I'm supposed to have 4 of these and 4 of these. These are just little small spindle pieces. I accidentally made a mistake that I always seem to make every once in a while, and that is over at the table saw. I typically like to use the fence to actually get a repeatable cut, and what I like to do is have a piece right here like this, and then I butt up the board against that, and then I run my piece through. However, this piece, whatever it is, it's an inch or 3/4 or whatever, you have to account for that when you actually move your fence over. For example, if you wanted to cut a board that is 10 inches and your spacer right here is 3/4 of an inch, you have to add 3/4 of an inch to make it 10 3/4, right? I didn't do that. Unfortunately, for these pieces right here, I cut every single one of them 3/4 of an inch too small. So I'm gonna have to remill those. Thankfully, I guess on the bright side, these are not very large pieces, so the amount of material I wasted wasn't too bad. So I think I'll be able to get 4 long ones and then 4 of the short ones. Just like that, we have everything milled. And like I said earlier, I still, to this moment, cannot get over how awesome it is to have this dust collector in here. I mean, having the ducting go all the way to each tool is just, it's just awesome. My one complaint is with this table saw because the bottom is open and I can't hook up a dust collection port to it, so that still generates the same amount of sawdust as it always has. And I mean, it is what it is. Eventually, if I ever get a new table saw, then I will hook that up. So now we have to figure out what part of the project we actually want to start with. And because we are going to be doing this twice for every part, I know the monitor here is flickering. I think that was in the background of all those shots of the planer. That was probably bugging you guys. My apologies for that. I've never actually done breadboard ends before, so I think I want to start with that. And one other thing that I have also been thinking about is either I could do this one of 2 ways. Because I'm building 2 tables, I could build one completely and then after that build the other one, and the second one will probably be much better. Or I could do one step on one and then the other step on the other. I think I'm going to start with the breadboard ends, and I have a total of 4 of those to do. Now, doing these tenon parts for the breadboard ends here on the table saw, I guess there are a few drawbacks to doing it this way. I do have a throw plate insert in here as well, and that just makes the sawdust go absolutely everywhere. There are some really good pros to this as well, you know, as far as time and accuracy. And just like with any project, if you're doing the same thing over, it's going to get better by each one. And that's what's going on here. So these exposed tenons right here pop through on the other side. And unfortunately on the first one, the outside edges weren't as crisp as I probably would have liked, but the second one was better. Alright you guys, that is going to have to be where I end it for this episode. Man, these glue ups are always incredibly stressful if you haven't done it in a while. So here are both of these all glued up. They did turn out super nice. The joints are all nice and tight. So in the next episode, we are going to be sanding these down, getting these nice and ready to go on the tops, and then I do think I'm also going to be starting the mortise and tenons for the legs and the cross pieces that go around those. I think that's going to be a fun episode because it's not going to be too stressful on my end, and I'm looking at the SketchUp model, and I think it is going to be a pretty smooth process for that. So I'm looking forward to that. If you guys did enjoy this video, I would really appreciate it if you did subscribe. Anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy this new episode back with the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one.